Hello and welcome to another episode of Soul and Screen. This is going to be a review for Tyler Perry's Zatima, season number 4, episode number 2. Let's get into it, people. So I loved this episode. It was so cute. You fast forward, they fast forwarded 4 months into Fatima's pregnancy. And it starts off with them, Zach and Fatima, trying to put a picture up and get it straight and everything. I love the cute little banter. I love that picture of them that was up as well. I think I like to see some more, pictures of them throughout the house as a couple, because throughout the episodes and of Sisters and Zatima, you see pictures of Fatima everywhere, which is cool because I think that's cool that Zach wants to see his baby everywhere. Just would love to start seeing some pictures of both of them as well, and even the maternity pictures when they do that photo shoot, which was mentioned, Zach mentioned in this particular scene. They fast forwarded to 4 months into Fatima's pregnancy, and Fatima is full on nesting, people. Like, this is so cute. I love this. Crystal, good acting as usual, but the nesting portion of this pregnancy is so cute. So she is trying to get Zach to help get the house together. Apparently they have some company coming over later. And she's like, take the trash out and get the house clean and stuff like that. But the smell is bothering her. So she's like really on Zach about getting it out. And Zach is being Zach, but understanding as well. So it's good to hear and see him taking all the critiquing, we're going to say, that Fatima is telling him, but still have the jokes. Like, it's Saturday, I'm about to chill out and chores. And she goes, we got chores to do. And he's like, chores, what are we 10? And she's just like, the banter between them is just really cute in this scene. So I love it. But yes, Fatima is nesting. She is trying to get the house in order. Like, the importance of having that picture up seems to be like big deal for her. Like, even though they're going to put another picture there, that's all nesting. Then she told him, you need to put the crib together. Like, when you going to put the crib together? So she's ready to start putting the crib together so that she can start getting the little nursery together. So, again, love the nesting that they are doing in this particular scene. He's putting together the crib in one scene, and she's like, you should have bought the one that I told you. And Zach is like, well, no, this one, it's like all high tech. It even called 911 for you and all this kind of stuff. So they are absolutely so cute doing this. The doorbell rings, and just the attentiveness of him, even while they're like bantering back and forth. And the baby better not. This better not be another pair of shoes for this baby who ain't here and got more than me. And Zach is like, well, my son is he gonna need as many shoes as me. And while he's like going back and forth with Tima, he's still him. He's like, and take your time going down the stairs, please. You know what I mean? I was just like, oh, how cute. Like, so good job. Then Fatima answers the door. And this dude, I don't know, like, first of all, who opens the door and you just step in somebody's door? That's going to get you cold clocked. But anyway, he bumps in and he's like looking for Zach Taylor. And Fatima is actually kind of low key brushing Zach away, like, don't come over here. And Zach does it anyway. He's like, I'm here, right here. And it's a process server. And he gives Zach paperwork. And apparently it looks like Heather's aunt is suing Zach and Heather for custody of Michael. And so, of course, Zach is just like, this is just ridiculous. Like, it's one thing. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Like, remember, his mom just passed away. At this point, I'm pretty sure if you were to try to tie in Sisters, they're a few months in from the other baby, him losing the other baby. And, his money was kind of going through some stuff a few months ago. And now he's been going back and forth trying to get custody of Heather. So makes me think that at some point Heather kind of must have started getting maybe like a joint custody situation, or the aunt started getting joint custody, which was mentioned in Sisters at the hospital. But anyway, to get back to this review, something's going on where now Heather's great aunt wants custody of Michael, and she wants Zach to pay child support. And let's just talk about that. So first of all, I just want to know where you was the first 3 years. Like, where was you? Because the remember in Sisters, when Zach first got custody or started talking about getting custody of Michael, it was because when they went to go check on Michael, the house was dirty, was Cheetos everywhere. Like, he wasn't really eating any real food. He didn't know how to talk. He wasn't using. He was still in diapers at 3 years old, and the neighbor was giving full rundowns on how their living conditions was. So I'm trying to figure out where was you at them 3 years? Now you want to try to come and take him when I have him in a better situation. Michael started talking in season 7 of Sisters. He's going to school, so I'm pretty sure like they're seeing some improvement. He definitely is very well kept and fed. And so what would give you the right to try to come in now and take custody of the child from his dad and his bonus mom, who are taking care of him and raising him and parenting him like they should? Where were you 3 years ago? Where have you been these past 3 years? And now all of a sudden you want to get them? No, ma'am. So I'm glad that Fatima stepped in and calmed Zach down and was like, listen, we're going to fight this. And I'm going to be here with you. Like, and just reassured him that you're not in this alone. And I love that about that. Again, about Fatima, how she reassures him, because Zach has proven to be a good dad. In all honesty, he's done everything that he was supposed to do from the moment that he found out that Michael was his. He's been there. He tried to get him. He even offered Heather money to get custody of him. So I love that she continues to champion him and remind him you are a good father. And so anyway, she just told him, don't worry about it. We're going to fight this and everything. And later on in the episode, she comes downstairs. She's on her way to yoga, and she sees him, and he's looking just like kind of, like he's just deep in thought, or, just contemplating something. And she says, are you still kind of brooding? And he's like, I'm not doing none of that. I'm just chilling. And she's like, Zach, you're starting to look depressed and stuff. I told you we're going to fight this. And he kind of snaps at her a little bit. And she's like, first of all, it's just like, asking a question. So don't be getting snippy. And so he's like, no, I'm sorry. I guess I am upset. I was just it's just too much. It's always something, So she sits down and they talk. And during the middle of them talking, the baby kicks, and she brings his hand and puts it on. It's just that he can feel the baby kick. And she's like, reminding him again, you're going to be a good father to our kid. And you already are a good father to Michael. And then he says something like just people continuing to take Michael away from him. And should he fight anymore because, people can keep taking him away? And does Michael even want to be his son? And so I'm not really sure if they're going to expound on that, but it would be nice to get a little bit more context on what they are talking about. Like, so it's like, again, it sounds like maybe Heather tried to get herself together, and maybe she's trying to come back and sue for joint custody. And then maybe the aunt got in there. And so it's like he's ending up spending less and less time with his son, because if he's having to share custody and alternate with Heather's aunt or his aunt or Michael's aunt, because I don't know if it's Heather's sister in season 8 in season 9 where Fatima told Danny he's at his aunt's house, or if it's this great aunt that's coming in. So, but if he's having to split his time with 2 other people, then it's really leaving him with less time with Michael. So I can see where, like Fatima said in the episode, you just feeling disconnected, but babe, we're going to fight this, and, and we're going to be positive and stuff like that. And so then she goes to yoga where she meets up with Angela. Angela talks to her and was like, maybe y'all should, maybe you should see how this is going to play out, because it could be possible that, do another DNA test and maybe Michael's not his. And Fatima reminds her, like, I'm the one who did the swab. So the DNA test came back as Zach's, and I'm the one who did it. So I don't see how Heather could have messed with the testing or anything like that. So I'm not sure where they're going with that. It's going to be interesting to see, because it sounds like they may be trying to take back the fact that Michael is Zach's as well. So that would leave Fatima really the only one that is having his child, which is something that she, kind of said in the Sisters episode. She wanted to be the one to have his babies and stuff like that before they found out. I believe it was before they found out that he may have another child. But anyway, but I actually like the Michael dynamic. I think it really kind of helped him in there. I don't think I don't think they should take that part away from him. I think that he's already built this relationship with him, Fatima as well. I like the blended family since he's already been in the mix for a while now. So taking him out now, I'm not sure what the writers are going to do with that, but it'll be interesting to see. But I think they should leave it in. Anyway, they go back home. Fatima goes back home, and she's like, the yoga didn't really help. Your baby is just in here doing the most. And she's like, I'm going to go try to take a nap. And he's like, can I rub your feet? And she's like, ooh, that sounds nice. And he's like, can I rub your booty? And she's like, ooh. And so, then he asks again, she's like, okay, are you going to let me go to sleep? But I just love seeing them love on each other in this capacity. So it's really cool. Other parts of the episode is, Bryce finally goes over to Angela's and tells her he takes the names. He got the names. I'm sorry, not the names. The videos taken down from season 3 where she was hacked, and all her videos of sex videos were put up and everything. But here's the thing again, like Bryce, he's still just like showing up to her house without calling and everything, like they still a couple. And I don't like that. I feel like that's just too pushy. She's already told him she don't want to be with him no more. And like, this is 4 months after, like, this is 4 months from season 3. Now, she broke up with him in season 2. So I'm gonna need you to let this go, because this is giving stalkerish, not I'm just in love with this chick. But anyway, that was one thing. So I thought that was cool. And then Connie, looks like Connie is going through her chemo sessions, but the doctor's telling her that you got to make all the sessions. Looks like she missed a couple within these last couple of months, and it turns out it's because she couldn't get like childcare, which I'm not sure why she's not leaning on Tony. To the knowledge of the show, it seems like he's the only one who may have known, but they haven't really said anything. Has been, leaked out or discussed with the other friends in the group during those 4 months. So right now, the one thing we know for sure is that Tony knows. And so I'm not sure why she's not pulling on him to help watch the kids while she at least goes and gets her chemotherapy. So the doctor is telling her how good, how important it is for her to make that, and that she actually has a really good shot of making it. They're going to increase her dosage of the chemo and stuff. And so because of it, she's tired, but he needs her to get to the appointments and reach out to her family and utilize her village. She then calls Zach and checks in on Zach and asks how Fatima's doing and stuff and everything. And I think that was cool too, but I hope, like in season 3, she mentioned to Tony, do you think Zach and Fatima will take my kids? And I just kind of hope she ain't really leaning towards that no more. That's just like, in all honesty, you cool and we're friends and everything, but to try to put 3 kids on a couple that's still fresh and starting their family, that's a lot. That's a lot. I hope she was really just checking in just to see how they were doing versus kind of opening that door to make that request of them. But anyway, that is that situation. Looks like the Preston is looking at the new building. So they got the new Rise Building Ventures offices situated. That and then I guess Tony, kind of helping, I guess, in the shooting that happened in season 3 with Tony that they never kind of mentioned again. It turns out he must have shot in the person who tried to rob him, and he didn't make it. And so it looks like he's leaving money to his mom and stuff like that. So I don't know what that's about. So I'm sure we'll get some more information on that. But anyway, that's pretty much the episode. The majority of the episode, to me, of course, is with the show being called Zatima. The highlights are the Zatima scenes. So they were very cute. Love seeing how they are navigating this pregnancy and the nesting phase as Fatima gets a little further in to her pregnancy. And so my question is, what do you guys think? Because Zach keeps saying son, even though Fatima is like, it could be a girl. So obviously, as of right now, she's not, they don't know the sex of the baby, even though I think she should be at least 5 to 6 months pregnant right now, because I believe Courtney said that in a comment that Zatima, this coming Zatima, is supposed to be like 6 months ahead of what's going on in Sister season 9. So it sounds like maybe either they chose not to know the baby's sex yet, or they just haven't had that appointment or something, because 6 months in, I believe you could know, but maybe they chose to wait a little later, or maybe the baby was just positioned weird where they couldn't figure out what the sex of the baby is yet. But according to the pictures that they released about the baby, the maternity shoot, I'm thinking we getting baby Zaria, because Fatima had a pink dress on, so I kind of don't feel like she would have put a pink dress on for a boy. So I'm thinking baby Zaria is coming forth, little princess. And so that's it for the review. Definitely let me know if you are enjoying the reviews. Like, share, and subscribe down below. And then let me know, what do you think? Do you think this little nesting banter between Zach and Fatima was cute? What did you think about the episode? Let me know in the comments. And what do you think? Are they having a boy? Or are they having a girl? Are we getting Zach Jr. or are we getting baby Zaria? So thanks for watching, and I will be back with the next review. I don't know if I'll do predictions because they don't really give us the scenes like they do in Sisters for the next episode. So I think I'll just be doing reviews in regards to Zatima. But anyway, thanks so much for listening. Check back with me with the next video. Bye.